commonality of fuel types, so there's none of these embarrassing situations of putting the wrong fuel type in the wrong vehicle at the wrong time. The other thing is diesel is actually slightly harder to reconnaissance vehicle. You can see those radio aerials, and as reconnaissance, you're out there getting the information back to the main force. That's your main role on the back. The wheel at the rear is just keeping that track nice and tense. And the idea there is you're laying down your own roadway, that's in the minefield, lands on the ground, and then it detonates the explosive in the hose. And so it blows a hole, or a whole gap for a minefield. So there's two different ways they can do a minefield. Moving, firing, and then moving. Because in the modern age, there's very clever radars that can actually track the trajectory of ground. So in other words, the radar can... but this is the British Army's Challenger 2 tank. And it's very hard to say what's a very good tank, what's the best tank, but this has certainly performed very, very well in its service life. Those of you who've got long memories, you remember when it first came out? When it was first trialled and demonstrated, there was one or two issues about filtration units. They took it out to the desert. Those were rectified very quickly, and even though the tank got an initial bad press, it's actually been very sterling service and has performed very, very well indeed. And again, if you want to hear first-hand accounts of this, do go and talk to the crew who'll be down there afterwards. Challenger 2 first went into the British Army service in 1994. The actual design process started way back in the 1980s by Vickers at the time. Challenger 1, the British tower at that target if it's more threatening to them, sort of thing. So it's a very successful system. They can get the rounds off very, very quickly as well.
From one of our King Tigers in this moment. It's basically the same canyon and made up H1230. Oh look, we've got the Sherman coming up here. It's going to stop close by the Tiger, I believe. And you just have a sort of general look at the two of them. Sherman has sloped armour, that's surely an advantage. It is a cross point. That sloped armour can always work with patience. And it counts them up as both tanks being on the level space. So it takes that colour to the full 360 degrees reverse, but then you come down to the fire gun. The gun in the Sherman is a medium velocity 76mm gun. It could deal with the Tiger, but probably not from the front. The Tiger's going to have to be caught in a vulnerable position. The Sherman is going to have to get round to the side or behind him and pump around him from there. The Tiger's gun is an 88mm. It's a converted anti-aircraft gun. It is a lot more powerful than the Sherman's gun, and probably actually a lot more accurate. If the Tiger gets in the first shot, you can forget.
Yeah.